Yes, this is where I am. Look what I got. Whoa, look at that. Isn't that great? I got a new buckle belt. Yes. I finally got the one that I want. And I'm going for a little walk here. I keep saying that word little. I shouldn't be saying that. I'm going for a big walk. No, I'm not going for a big walk. I'm going for a short walk. Because I like riding my bicycle, but this is a narrow path and I don't want to risk anything since I'm not wearing my helmet. So I'm taking it easy. But look how pretty it is. Open sky. Yeah. And I guess I let my beard grow again. That's another thing that just happens by itself. Look in the distance. You see all these yellow brooms there in the distance? Here they are close up by. When I was a kid, in front of our house, we used to have a yellow broom. And my mother, she really loved that plant. She loved flowers, she loved spring. And my mother is no longer with us. She died last year. But my mother loved the spring and she loved flowers. And today I remember her and talk about her. She loved nature. And she also made paintings, watercolors. Quite pretty paintings. With brushes and her painting equipment. And she liked Vincent van Gogh, yeah, the famous Dutch painter, his paintings. And that was her way of expressing her creativity, her freedom and her experience. And yeah, I'm her son, and I wasn't able to have this conversation that I'm having right now with myself. I wasn't able to have that with her, and I was neither able, also not having that conversation with my father either, because my father's also no longer there, but they were both so used to their way of talking and to their role as parents that they could never quite fathom what this is. What I'm expressing here on this path, and what I'm also expressing by my t-shirt, Land of the Free, and that eagle that you see is also here in my buckle belt. Yeah, they could not fathom the freedom that I experience with my language, yeah, which is much more than just the freedom of speech, because I listen to myself, and I do not care about the way of talking in which people listen to others or make other people listen, but they don't listen to themselves. I don't care about that way of talking. I never did. Maybe I wasn't as clear about it as I am now, but I've always been against it. And that has, when my parents were still alive, often resulted in very difficult situations, to say the least. Also negative situations that were never repaired, that were never properly addressed, that were never truly overcome. But I have overcome them, I've repaired them, I have dissolved them, because I was troubled by it, but I'm no longer troubled by it. And I was also impaired by it. Certainly I was burdened by it. I was conflicted by it and doubtful because of it. But I'm no longer like that. And all of that has happened because I discovered my embodied language. I discovered my embodied language, which cleared everything up, which explained everything, which dissolved everything that wasn't said, that couldn't be said, just by talking with myself, just by hearing myself, just by being by myself. Yeah. Of course, I had to be by myself to talk with myself, to hear myself, to be alone. And now I'm here today. I wish my mother could see this. Yeah, we had one bush of broom in front of our kitchen window, which was always open when my mother was doing the cooking. And now here I am walking by myself, looking at all these wonderful bushes. So beautiful. And I salute my mother. I feel grateful to my mother, and I feel grateful to my father for being the good father that he was, taking care of his family, feeding us, giving us opportunity to do what we wanted for as far as he could allow us, for as far as he could tolerate it. And yeah. Do you see that bear on my head? That is a symbol of California. And yeah, a bear is a strong animal. And I feel today like a bear, you know, with my new buckle belt. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. No, I don't. I'm not like a bear. I'm more like an eagle. I fly and I like the open sky. But I like the symbol of a bear. I like the symbol of strength. And to me, the buckle here that I have also is a symbol of strength. And the eagle is a symbol of strength. And I feel grateful for both my parents that even though they have caused me a substantial amount of trouble, and no doubt I have caused them trouble. I mean, it went both ways. We caused each other trouble. But I didn't create myself. I was created by them. And they were good parents in the sense that they loved each other through thick and thin. And they did what they could to overcome all the problems that occurred in the family that they created with 6 children. I'm one of 6. And they gave me everything they could. And I feel this strength that I'm having, this positivity that I'm having, I feel that was also in my parents, of course. Even though it got, often it got hidden or not addressed, not validated. It wasn't really clear, neither to them nor to me, that they had their own sense of independence, their own strength, their own clarity. And even though that lack of clarity obviously came with a lot of problems, the fact that it was already there, but that it never really got communicated correctly, leads me to say today, at this beautiful day, while walking along this barbed wire fence, look at all these brooms. Today it is Broom celebration day. Yeah. And so you see, it's going to rain tomorrow, I believe, or this afternoon. So there's lots of clouds and the sun is shining through the clouds, which creates a beautiful atmosphere. It's a great day to talk about my parents and to thank them. To thank them for what they have done, to thank them for what I've got, and to thank them for what I went further with, because as I was saying, things weren't clear, but I picked out of it what was important for me, and I went on with that in spite of my own lack of clarity. And then one day I began to talk with myself and listen to myself and say, this is how I want to talk. Yeah. When I was somewhere 21 or so, I was so frustrated with all the screaming and all the arguments and all the frustrating conversations that didn't go anywhere. I was so disappointed, I was feeling so misunderstood also, so rejected and so confused and so disrespected also, that I said no, I cannot go on talking like that with everybody. Not with my parents or not with anybody else. I just don't want to. I don't see the use of it. And so I began talking with myself and telling myself that here, so the way I talk right now, right? I've been talking like this ever since. I've been talking with myself ever since I began to listen to myself and let myself know that I could talk like this. Yeah. I might have not been conditioned to talk like this. And it's true. I wasn't conditioned to talk like this. Nobody's conditioned to talk in such a way that you're listening to yourself while you speak. Nobody. So I initially considered it to be my problem. And as long as I was believing it to be my problem, I was giving myself such a hard time. But since I couldn't deal with it any other way, I just kept on talking with myself. I just kept on expressing what I couldn't express to others, but what I could express to myself apparently. And I kept on listening to myself and saying like, okay, I gotta listen to what it is that I want to say, why is it not possible to say these things to others? So I don't have a problem saying it to myself, so it should be possible that others can also listen to that, because I can listen to it. But the way in which that went was that I began to hear my own sound. I began to recognize like, oh, it has to do with my sound. It has to do with this feeling of well-being, this feeling of relaxation. Look at how many beautiful broom bushes we have here today. Isn't that amazing? It just goes on and on. I feel so fortunate that I came to that point and that I have done what I've done and that I am where I am today. And that I can thoroughly say, thank you, Ma. Thank you, Pa. I know I'm just talking with myself. I know they are no longer here. I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in a soul. I don't believe in an afterlife. I don't believe any of that. I believe only in, and that's not a belief, I only go on with what I have got. And I went on with what I got. And so I'm grateful for that. Although I'm walking here, it feels as if I'm flying. And this barbed wire fence, it signifies the separation, the binary separation between disembodied language in which we do not listen to ourselves while we speak and try to get others to listen to us, and embodied language, in which I listen to myself, in which anyone would be listening to themselves. And then, you would be free because you are voluntarily engaging in embodied language, but you're involuntarily engaging in disembodied language. And there are signs on this barbed wire fence says keep out. Oh look, a bunch of crows are flying around there. It's a nice sight to watch. I just love birds flying like that. And I'm flying with them, circling around the trees, circling around this gully. And landing here where I am. Wait, I'll put this like this, and I'm gonna put my phone like this. See? Oh, hold it. Oh. There you go. Oh yeah, now you can see me. Yeah. Now you can see me standing tall. Yeah. Strong like a bear, and free like an eagle. And guess what, folks? I see in a tree just close by, there's a beautiful hawk sitting there. And the crow is just approaching that hawk. Here, I show you. Do you see that? Do you see him sitting in that tree there? Oh, 3 crows and 1 hawk. And the hawk is not going to go away. And the crows are making some noise. They're not too noisy. They know each other. The hawk is just sitting there, seeing me approach. Probably if I come closer, he will fly away. Maybe he stays. I'm not gonna do anything. Oh, he's letting me come really close. Can you see him? He's just taking care of his feathers. That's a beautiful, beautiful hawk. Yeah. He's not bothered by me. He stays where he is. Here goes some ducks. He's still sitting there. He's used to people walking by. Yeah, he's still sitting there. And here, as you can see, more bushes in bloom. And smelling so nice. And me just recording myself, feeling so happy to talk with my mother and my father. Yeah. Look at them, they're still sitting there in that tree. You see them? It smells so nice.